Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Friday, the 29th of September. This is our weekly recap. It goes out for free. If you want to join us, come to smartoptiontrading.com, click on live trading alerts, and you can sign up for $25 for the first 30 days and find out just what we're all about here in the live trading room and see how we trade and what we do. So let's talk about the week that was, and it is the last day of the week, the last day of the month, the last day of the quarter. And I think a lot of people are very happy to say goodbye to August and September. Though July was pretty good to us. And start the new month. We should get some inflows on Monday, but the big overhang on this market going into this weekend is the government shutdown. And so far, it does not look like any type of headway has been made. The government officially will be shut down on Saturday night. For what it's worth, the market tends to fear these, but tends to do well when it goes on. And every talking head out there is trying to tell you this is different, this is going to be worse. But the truth is, these things are more political drama than anything else, and all key government operations tend to stay open. That said, the average working person who's going to get furloughed, they will eventually get paid, but they're going to miss that money for the next couple weeks or however long this goes on, and it's just not fair to them. So just be aware of that. So what's going on here right now is this market is we've had this big down move. We tried to put a bottoming candle in on Wednesday, and by bottom, I mean a temporary bottom. Yesterday, we had a nice day follow through. We gapped up this morning, and that was the high, and we came all the way back down. And, this is not a pretty candle here today. Volume is a little bit elevated, and we've had elevated volume the last couple of days, but nothing huge. This is a slow motion train wreck here in the markets as we come down. I still think the 420 to 418 area probably needs to be tested. Here's your 200-day, by the way, sitting there at 418.93. And one of the reasons I keep saying this 420 area because this 418, 420, this is where we broke out from. This was the big problem when you look at a weekly chart of the SPY. You can see we just have a lot of candles in this area. This was the big area to break out from. So a retest and hold would actually be very, very bullish. So where does that leave us for this week? A couple of things that are going on in this market. This market's currently being held hostage by bonds and yields. And here's the 10-year yield putting a new high since 2007. Yesterday came down pretty good today, but coming back off the lows. And that's because bonds continue to sell off, and bonds which were bouncing today coming back down. The other thing going on is the dollar remains very, very strong, taking a day or two off here, but still up quite a bit. And the weakening dollars would help to fuel the rally we had through the first half of this year. The VIX there, back inside the Bollinger Bands, up today, but still well inside of it. We'll see. And then we go into, what else is going on out there. And, you're looking for names that have relative strength. So Meta here tried to break to the upside today, couldn't get there, came back in, but still holding in well. So that is worth keeping an eye on. Tesla today bounced back up into these moving averages. You might get delivery numbers on Sunday. It's always tough to tell with Tesla and Musk when exactly they'll come out. The market will be watching for that. That will be a market mover. Google yesterday showed some relative strength, pushed up. Today had a little follow through, but couldn't hold it. Again, holding up in the higher end of these ranges is why we're looking at them. NVIDIA continues to hold the 100-day, fighting the 21-day here. AMD held the 200-day and trying to get back up to that 50-day. Micron had earnings this week, and earnings were not considered to be good, but all the way back now into where it had the earnings at. So the weakness was bought back on this name. We're seeing that in a lot of places. What's not good is the financials. Financials continue to be a mess. Energy, which was very strong earlier in the week, has rolled back over. Dow components are not trading well at all. They're actually weaker than the rest of the market. And we really just don't have much in the way of leadership. What you're getting in this market is quick move into a couple of strong names, and these names hold up and try to fight what's going on in the market until they can't, and that's kind of what happens here. Eventually, they just can't fight what's going on in the market because the amount of selling pressure is just overwhelming and it's just not enough. So, just be aware that's what's going on out there. So with that said, we'll see if we get a government a deal in the House and in the Senate over the weekend and avert a government shutdown. And we'll see how the market reacts on Monday. Typically, we get inflows on Monday. Only thing I have on is like a January call spread on Square, pretty small right now. And I sold out of all my mini NQ positions this morning just before the open, and I'm flat. So I wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you guys bright and early on Monday morning. Charts on Saturday.